Good morning, ladies. All right, so today I'm going to get right into it. This is interesting. It's a topic that keeps on coming up, and I didn't want to speak about it because I think it's so individual. I don't like talking about it on a mass level because it can just be deeply personal, and our challenges and our seasons it's tough, and it is hard when it is such an individual thing, and people are dealing with really difficult things. So I've never liked to talk about it on a big scale without being very personal with people. But God, I was led to do this, and I can't deny that because I've got pages and pages on it. So the topic is stormy seasons, and initially it came up actually yesterday at church, and it was just we were talking about the how trials are always a good indicator that you're about to have a breakthrough. And so now I just see more of God has shown me more just about the big picture spiritual world. And so I dig deeper and I want to know why that is and what God is really saying in scripture and what God says to me about it and that's what Spirit says about it. So, and we saw this with Noah and the rainbow, and we see how sometimes everything has to be wiped out, and it's a refining process in our life. And so essentially, I want to start to look at what storms follow you or seem to follow you everywhere you go. And are you still trying to extinguish or hide them on your own? And are you telling yourself that you're just being dramatic and trying to kind of cover it up? And I just recently went through another one of these storms and received constantly, and you know me, I hear things all day long. And every time I'd pick up a different box or pick something up, I would hear, "You don't need that where we're going." And so that became the theme of this move. And the theme of that storm was, I don't need that where I'm going. As in, let's leave that behind and move forward, because it's a refining process. We're losing things in our life that we don't need with us in the next chapter. These things that are not serving us, these thought patterns, behaviors, these things, which is just another way to be all in, is better understanding our storms and why they come up and what it's refining and what it's telling us. Because storms, difficulties, challenges, trials are coming up to teach us something or show us something. And a lot of times we resist when what we really need to do is surrender, but that's a lot easier to say than to do, especially when we're taught that we got ourselves into this mess. Now we've got to get ourselves out, but we're not really taught how to get ourselves out. So that's what we're going to do today, is talk about how to surrender, what that looks like, and it could be different no matter what the situation is. But at first, it's going to take sitting back, get comfortable in your body, because it's a tough process to realize that oftentimes a storm is not happening to you, it's happening because of you, and habits and behaviors and thoughts. And that's me too. I am so guilty of this, and because we are creating our reality. So initially I would just tell you to pray, meditate, write, and take a confident stance that you're going to be leaving the storm behind. You're going to leave these things behind. Know and believe in the power of surrendering as a strength and not a weakness in that moment, because it does feel like we're giving up or letting it go, or letting ourselves go if we are giving up. Pray or meditate and just ask for guidance and determine options and what resonates with you in order to get out of the storm. And then, what is the storm that you're trying to clear out? Do you even know what the storm is, or what it's trying to tell you, or why it's there? And I was just led to this list, and I'm going to tell you, this is tough because I think it's all of us. Maybe not everybody. Maybe it's just deeply me, and this message is just for me. Maybe. So oftentimes a storm occurs because of pride, which is not like I am perfect and I am this. No, pride is trying to control or handle your own crap, but not actually doing it. Meaning, I got 9 points of why storms will keep coming up. Or like a different relationship will come up 20 times, but it's a different person. So the same, all men are cheaters, or all women are this, or everybody's this. Well, all right, you get my drift. So taking on the stance of everything is fine, or I'm good, or saying I cannot deal with my own life, or saying life happens to me. I hurt everybody who comes into my life. You couldn't handle me, or you deserve so much better than me. I know that I'm right. You would never accept me if you knew the truth. I'm better off on my own, or just my luck. Just my luck. This follows me everywhere. This is always happening. Okay, and so then I, digging further into this and just wanting to see, okay, well, what would Jesus do? Or what did he say? Because there was always peace around Jesus. He always demonstrated this beautiful peace that just seemed so impossible to human form. And in Matthew 8:24, it says, "And behold, there arose a great storm on the sea, so that the boat was being covered in the waves, but Jesus himself was asleep." And I was like, dang, Jesus, that's a deep meditation. Like, get up and get off the boat, or walk on water or something. Calm the storm. But it's just that's such a beautiful representation of even how we can create the metaphor of that. We create our own storm, and we could be out there, casting away, trying to get rid of the waves and get rid of this and get rid of that, without understanding that every storm has a purpose, and really acknowledging that we can have peace in it because it's clearing things out that we don't need in our life anymore. So in James 1, 2, and 3, it says, Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And I'm like, all right, I got to look up some meanings in original translations, because there's always something deeper that I find when I do that. I don't like to take things at the level of just like 3D Earth. And so essentially, when we are handed a trial, so this is going to completely shifted my thinking about these trials and these storms and these things, which really it's your higher self, God, coming in and offering you an opportunity at the next level of advancement, the next level of ascension, the next level of growth in your life purpose here in this time that you're here on this earth. We keep talking about you're here to have a human experience, or how far are you ready to advance? And basically saying, if you are ready, if you pass this test, or if you accept to come